Wondered how the internet's most powerful algorithms actually figure out what your content is about? Well, you're definitely not alone. Every single day, billions of pages are published, updated, and crawled, creating an absolute ocean of noise. Today, we're demystifying the hidden, explicit language of search engines. We're going to break through all that technical jargon and explore exactly how you can use structured data to ensure your content isn't just found, but actually understood by the machines that run the web. Welcome to The Explainer. Let's get right into it.
So how do Google and ChatGPT actually understand your website? It's a massive problem and one we honestly overlook all the time. I mean, we spend countless hours designing these beautiful websites for human eyes, right? We optimize the layout, the colors, the snappy copy. But under the hood, intelligent systems are still desperately looking for explicit signals to remove the ambiguity. Now sure, they've gotten way better at scanning and guessing over the years, but they still rely heavily on us to hand in the blueprint. They need us to tell them exactly what they're looking at, with zero room for misinterpretation. And that's exactly where schema markup comes in. Think of this explicit code as the ultimate bilingual translator between your content and machine crawlers. You see, you're speaking English or Spanish or Japanese to your human readers, but the crawler? It strictly speaks code. Schema is essentially the standardized vocabulary that bridges that gap. What's really fascinating here is that back in 2011, major rivals, we're talking Google, Bing, Yahoo, and Yandex, actually put aside their fierce competition to collaborate on schema.org. They realized they needed one universal language to map the internet. By adding this code to your site, you ensure your products, reviews, or events never get lost in translation. Here is our roadmap for this explainer. First, we'll look at what schema actually is in practice. Second, the massive SEO payoff. Third, the new frontier of schema and AI search. And finally, the essential schema types you need to know. Okay, let's dive into Section 1. What is schema markup, and how does it act as this ultimate translator? Imagine a search crawler rapidly scanning through your website's HTML, and it hits the text $299. Now you and I, we instantly know it's a price tag. We understand context totally naturally. But to a bot, it's just a random string of characters. Is it a model number? Is it the cost of a flight? Maybe a part number for a car engine? This is where schema categorization steps in and explicitly labels it. It basically wraps that $299 in code that says, hey, this is exactly the price of this specific product. It does all the heavy lifting so the search engine doesn't have to guess or waste processing power trying to infer what your text actually means. That explicit labeling leads us right into Section 2, the SEO payoff. Why go through all the effort of adding this extra layer of code? What actually happens when you implement it? The difference between using schema and ignoring it is the stark contrast between a boring, standard blue link and a visually dominant, rich result. Imagine a customer searching for a small microwave under $200. Without schema, the search engine might just generate a bare minimum, uninspired blue link with a cutoff description. It kind of just blends in with everything else on the page. But with schema markup perfectly executed, you can earn a rich snippet. Suddenly, your search result is packed with a bright 5-star rating, a clear price range, like $18 to $200, and immediate details like free delivery and returns. It perfectly captures what the user is searching for before they even click, creating instant trust and serious visual magnetism.
And that visual dominance pays off in 3 massive ways. First, enhanced click-through rates. When users can preview exactly the information they want, like a price or rating, they are significantly more likely to click your link over some vague competitor. Second, improved search engine real estate. This is a brilliant, often totally overlooked advantage. Because rich snippets take up more physical vertical space on a desktop or mobile screen, you're literally shoving your competitors further down the page, sometimes completely below the fold. And third, a significantly better user experience. You're answering their burning questions before they even arrive on your site. Now, traditional SEO is the established baseline, but let's transition into the unknown wildcard in Section 3, schema and AI search. As we shift from 10 blue links to generative AI answers, how does structured data fit into this brand new frontier?
Well, if we look at Google's guide to succeeding in AI search, their guidance is, frankly, surprisingly ambiguous. They simply say to make sure structured data matches the visible content. They touch on it as machine-readable info that their systems consider, but there is absolutely no ironclad guarantee that schema is the magic key to showing up in their AI overviews. Google tends to be incredibly protective of the exact recipes for their generative algorithms, so they keep their advice pretty broad, mostly focusing on the idea that your hidden code must honestly reflect what the human reader actually sees.
But then we look at Microsoft Bing, and this brilliantly illustrates the contrast. Microsoft gives us explicit confirmation, stating flat out that schema helps search engines and AI systems understand your content. This is a massive revelation. While the generative search landscape is still very much being built, one of the top players is clearly signaling that large language models and AI bots desperately need this structured code to parse through the noise. They don't just read the text, they read the underlying labels to confidently serve your content as a factual, reliable answer.
Let's move to the practical side in Section 4, the Schema Toolkit. There are dozens of schema types out there, but we're going to focus on 4 essential tools you can pull from the toolkit right now to start optimizing your site.
First up is organization markup. Think of this as your company's ultimate digital business card. It directly hands search engines your core verified details, your official name, your high-resolution logo, your physical address, and your customer service contacts. It's the hidden engine behind those massive, authoritative knowledge panels that completely dominate the right side of a desktop search screen when someone looks up a brand. It instantly establishes legitimacy. When a potential customer sees that panel, they subconsciously register your business as an established, highly credible entity.
Next is product snippet markup. This code provides rich details like aggregated ratings, review summaries, pros and cons, but, and here's the crucial distinction, this is specifically for pages where users cannot make a direct purchase. It is the absolute secret weapon for affiliate marketers, bloggers, and editorial tech reviewers. Say you publish an incredibly detailed review of the newest smartphone, but you aren't actually selling the phone yourself. Product snippet markup is what allows you to compete visually in the search results with massive e-commerce giants by displaying your editorial star rating right there on the search page.
Now contrast that directly with merchant listing markup. This one is strictly designed for true e-commerce sites where users can make a purchase right then and there. It's all about grabbing the attention of active buyers who basically already have their credit cards out. By implementing this, you can inject vital decision-making data directly into the search results. Things like live stock availability, exact shipping estimates, and current sale promotions. When a buyer searches for a product and sees an in-stock and free shipping tag on your link, but absolutely nothing on your competitor's link, you're going to win that click almost every single time.
Our final essential tool is Review Schema Markup. This basically serves as your social proof engine, giving you 2 distinct flavors to work with. You can use a single rating, which highlights one specific critic's score and name, perfect for, say, a professional movie review or an expert software critique. Alternatively, you can use an aggregate rating, which calculates and shows the community average based on hundreds of user reviews. The real beauty of this markup lies in its incredible flexibility. It can be applied to build immediate trust for local bookstores, complex software apps, or even just a simple chocolate chip cookie recipe.
We've covered a lot of ground today, moving from the basic definitions of structured data all the way up to advanced rich snippets. But I want to leave you with this. If schema is the language of search engines today, will it be the native tongue of AI tomorrow? Honestly, all the evidence we've seen points to yes. We already know that AI tools actively pull from search indexes to construct their answers. By speaking this unambiguous, machine-readable language right now, you aren't just optimizing for today's clicks and SERP real estate. You are securing your content's survival and visibility in the AI ecosystem of tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep exploring.